before we apply power to our circuit, I do want to address something with our code. You notice that we have 4 conditions here that correspond to us pressing either one of the 4 buttons. Now, if I press more than one button, then the voltage on the on our analog pin here, it's going to be a different value, and it's going to be a value that's different than what we've addressed here in our code. We've only addressed 4 conditions here. And if it is, we won't hear anything. And also if the tone that comes from, one particular button would not play at the same time as the tone that comes from another button. You're only going to hear one at a time. So if we want to create a sound by pressing multiple buttons, we can always look at what's being displayed on the serial port and say, well, what is that corresponding analog value? And then create another line of code if we want to. But for now, let's see what we get with the code that we have so far. Right. Okay, so note. Right now I'm getting some noise on the line. Note was not declared. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this should be notes. All right. And let me make sure. All right. So I'm missing here. This bracket does not belong there. All right. This bracket does not belong there. There's probably another one. Yeah. Bracket does not belong there. All right. So now I got a good sketch. Okay. And make sure I save this. All right, so now let's see what we have. Let me open up my serial port. If I can read anything. So right now there's 0, and there should be no tone. 0 for presses 1. All right, so I see 1023, and that is corresponding to item 0, which is 262 hertz. See what we get here. See what I get, a value of 1002, which is good because that falls in between this range here. Yeah. And I get what, 510, which falls in this value here. And that's what, about 9. Notice that it's very close to 10, so you can hear it kind of. If I come down here, see if I bump this up, change this to like 12. See what I get. All right. Oops. Let me go. All right. So now, notice that I don't hear that. I don't hear that ticking now noise. It was kind of fluttering a little bit because it was on the borderline of the range that we have. If I come here and take, matter of fact, I'll take this and make it. I'll just set it 5. I think our value is going to be higher than 5, so I should not get anything. All right, I press this, I don't get anything because when I'm on the line, I have a value of the lowest it goes is 6, and you can kind of hear it when it gets to 6. It's very close to 5, so you hear a ticking noise. But come back here, increase the range. Oops, wait till it downloads. There we go. All right, so there we go. All right. And again, if I press two of these at the same time, I'm only going to hear one note, okay? Not a multiple notes.